This is Josiah Plays Tyranny. Now, why that might take care of the edict, that still leaves us with the problem of the Archons. We would be hard-pressed to best the Disfavored or the Scarlet Chorus, but against a combined force our defeat is certain. Alright, let's see. Archons don't work well together. Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus seem deeply divided. The Archons do not work well together. This can be used to our advantage. Raven Ash and the voices of Nerat are clearly at odds. Even those of us busy dying to their soldiers can sense the hostility. My best scout escaped death the other day because his would-be captors bickered about which Archon's rule for prisoners took precedence. Yeah, they're fighting amongst each other is the whole reason that the rebels have any fucking chance here at all. Kairos' forces would have just fucking rolled over this place and completely dominated it easily by now, if it weren't for the fact that the two armies and the two Archons completely fight with each other all the time and can't get along and can't cooperate. The problem of evil. We can only know the Archons from stories and from across the battlefield. What say you, Fatebinder? Can this rift between the Archons be exploited? Could you taunt or trick them into mutual ruin? Of course I could. I'm a master diplomat and manipulator. I got this. I got this. Don't even trip. Straight to Ascension Hall and end the edict at once. That's actually not a bad idea. Why wouldn't we do that? Eager to stay in Tunon's good graces, I can use that to my advantage. Sense a competition between the two. Neither wants to share the glory of finishing off the Vendrian Guard. See what I can do. Let's see. It's either going to be 2 or 3. Which one seems like the better tactic? I think 3 is better. I sensed a competition between the two. Neither wants to share the glory of finishing off the Vendrian Guard. Then I guess next question is the all-important one. She takes a deep breath, straightening her posture. Fatebinder, you have shown us mercy, the likes of which we haven't seen since Kairos' forces crossed the gates of judgment. I have to kill Vera and Barry? Who the fuck is Vera? I know Barry is Barrick, but who's Vera? It is wrong to say join us, but rather, Fatebinder Seraphina, will you accept us as your vassals, your sworn deputies? Officers? What does one call a servant of a Fatebinder? So now they're gonna swear fealty to me? This is fucking awesome. Hell yeah! Get my own minions up in here. Okay. Get my own minions. Tearing out has endangered me. Asked me to risk my life. You will serve me. Yeoman Warder. Oh, I like that. Cross me and my wrath will erase your names from history. No, I'm going for it. Yeoman Warder. The term is Yeoman Warder. The modern court uses deputy or officer. Either way, I will accept your vow of fealty. Vera is Voice's mole, which will tell on you for sure. Oh, Verse? Verse is who you're calling Vera? Okay, I get it now. I ask total dedication of my warriors, and so it's only fitting I would be willing to offer you the same. She nods with vigor. If the worst comes to pass, I think we would all be happier sworn to you than to the voices of Nerat. I'd be happier with you sworn to me, so we're all on the same page here. I, Tarkus Ari, pledge to you my service, loyalty, and life. The captain falls to her knee and bows with a flourish. The other warriors present follow suit, each supplicating themselves before you, reciting their names and pledges of fealty. I Nice. Once all the soldiers have bowed, a hush comes over the gathering, and only the Tidecaster remains, standing apart from the soldiers, her posture diffident. I am not going to ruin this little love party. I'll offer you my aid. But the secrets of the Tidecasters are understood by the voices of Nerat, and I know you could have stopped it. You will have my aid, but never my forgiveness. Oh, this is because I allowed the mages to be interrogated by the voices. She's really mad about that still, I guess. Sorry. Although she still has loyalty 3 with me. With a long hissing sigh, she bows at the waist, but never takes her eyes off yours. Anything else? Tarkasari. All that remains is for us to thank you for hearing us out. He nods with a wink. A wink seems kind of out of place here. I should return to the Archons and see what I can accomplish. Excellent. Return to the camps, see what sort of chaos you can foment, and meet us back at the Citadel. Not hard to miss. She points to the vertical line on the horizon, the mountain spire at the center of the valley. Just walk toward the giant obvious landmark. Until we meet again. Captain nods to you, bowing slightly. Now here's what's cool. I'm pretty sure that even after this, I can still betray them. When it comes down... Wow. Breathing is suddenly hard for some reason. When it comes down to it, I think that even now, when we go to the Ascension Hall, I can still cross these fuckers out and turn on them if I want. Which would be amazing. But I'm not going to, but it would still be amazing, though. Captain nods to you, bowing slightly. His quill finally coming to rest, Lantry looks up from his scrawl of notes. Thank you. Now I have their side of the story. A good chronicle chapter has as many of those as possible, which usually means one. Gesture as strange as any I've seen. You've received their loyalty, but they aren't fighting for the Scarlet Chorus yet. I might have a thing or two to learn about compromise. Barrick's not happy about this at all. Don't place too much faith in the hands of these Southerners. They will turn on us as surely as they did the last time they bent the knee. Man, Barrick is not thrilled to be my friend. Fuck Barrick. Third Army of Kairos? You mean the First Army of Josiah? Yes! Quebec, that's right. Deckard Lantry Kane. I'm actually not trying to do as much Deckard Kane voice as I do. When I read these Lone Wolf books, there's a character in there, Lord Ramoa, that I try to do like a full-on Deckard Kane voice for him. I'm actually doing something less than that with Lantry. I'm not trying to make him sound as much like Deckard Kane as I do with sometimes with other characters. I realize he does have a little bit of that going. I mean, not that I do a perfect Deckard Kane voice by any stretch of the imagination. I don't do a perfect any voice. All my voices are pretty bad, but, you know. Oh, I got a reputation ability unlocked with Barrick for Fear. Bladegrave's Grasp. Combo ability once per rest. A powerful attack that traps nearby enemies in twisted spires of rock, petrifying them for a short time. Wow, that sounds awesome. It's a faux AoE. Immunity prone petrified affliction. Parry and dodge reduced by 50. Animation stopped. For 8.7 seconds. Wow, that's a powerful ability. 10-meter radius? Holy fuck balls. Bladegrave's Grasp is awesome. That is fucking awesome, man. I lost one. I lost the ability. Excuse me. I lost this ability because my loyalty went down. I lost Ironstorm. Wow. Still, Bladegrave. Look at how big that is! Dude. petrifying everyone in an area that large for almost 9 seconds, that is super good. I mean, it's only once per rest, but still, it's super good. Suddenly Barry is Joe's favorite minion. Nah, if it was once per encounter, maybe. But once per rest means I'll hardly ever use it, because I'll always be saving it up. No, I'm not getting rid of Verse. She's too much of a psychopath for me to get rid of. I love psychopaths for some reason. I have a thing for psychopaths. But I don't really have a thing for fucking arrogant, elitist, bigoted, racist, Nazi, professional soldier dudes. Alright, anyway. Let's see. Can we talk to any of these people? Oh, hold on. Let's look at the quest. Sow discord between Graven Ash and the voices of Nerat. Tarkus Ari believes her soldiers might have a fighting chance at the Citadel if the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus are preoccupied with fighting one another. Instigate a quarrel between the two Archons when you attend the meeting in Ash's tent at the Disfavored camp. Alright. Bonnie Sybil. Good to see you actually made it.
Let's have it then.
When your work is done, meet us at the Citadel. Speak with Tarkus Ari. We haven't time to waste. Alright, well, we're done here. Good times. So now, the only thing that's left to do is go back to the camps. Go back to the camps. Let's go to Scarlet Chorus first. Please don't use the word bitch in my chat, Quebec. I don't like it. I don't mind most profanity. You can use most profanity, but I just don't like that word. I find it to be unnecessarily hostile toward women. Motherfucker is fine. Shit, fuck. Those are good. Use the hell out of those words. I just don't like bitch. Oh, he did use it first. Well, Jumping Jawa also, please don't use it. I mean, I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, if you could refrain, that would really make me happy. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of those either. Well, depends on how you use them, Anonymous, because those are words that are a little bit tricky. Because, like, they mean different things when a British person says them than when an American says them. Alright, it's cool, Quebec. I understand. Because British people call each other cunts, and it means something totally different when they say it. It has nothing to do with a woman specifically, I think. But the way it's often used by, like, Americans, for example, is pretty fucking rude. Sounds like racism to me. Brits can say it, but I can't. Well, I mean, I'd rather just basically nobody say it. I mean, honestly. Basically, if you've got a profane word, and that word is commonly used to target one specific group of people, whether that be a certain race or a certain gender or whatever, then that's not a word I generally like. If it's denigrating towards a specific group of people. If it's just a general purpose profane word, go nuts. Cuss your fucking brains out. It doesn't bother me at all. I cuss a lot, as you can definitely tell from listening to me. But the other stuff kind of starts to border on hate speech, and that kind of language, you never know who's in the chat, who could be listening, and maybe that, you know, is something that is hurtful to them. I don't know, you know, it's just a, for me, it's just a respectful thing. But again, I'm not mad at anybody or anything. I'm just saying, if you could maybe not use those specific words, I'd like it. But we're cool. We're cool. You're gonna swear in French? Hey, I won't even know what you're saying if you swear in French, so go nuts. Go nuts. Alright, Death Knell. Alright, nothing with death now. We're checking in basically to see if there's anything else new we can do in the camp now that we're back again. Salvaros, he doesn't have anything new to say. Anybody else new in camp? But it's not generic. I mean, it's specifically, you know, about the female gender. And when it's used to refer to a man, what you're saying when you call a man a bitch is you're saying, I'm denigrating you by saying that you're like a woman, and that being like a woman is an insult. That's why it's an insult to call a man a bitch. So you're even insulting women even more when you call a man a bitch, basically. I mean, to me, it's on the same level. I know it has a lot more social acceptability than this other word, but to me, it's on the same level as, like, the N-word, you know, for black people. Most people know that you can't get away with saying that because it's very offensive or whatever. And I certainly don't want to hear anybody using that word. But to me, words like bitch or cunt are the same kind of thing. They're not considered to be as much so by the common, like, culture. I mean, they have a lot more social acceptability, but it's just a personal pet peeve. I just personally find those particular words especially ugly. I'm not trying to get you to change your whole life around. I'm just saying if you can try to avoid those particular words in my chat, I'd be super happy. Merde. So that means shit in French, right? I do know a tiny bit of French. I know that fromage means cheese. That's the only word I can think of, besides merde. I know shit and cheese, apparently. That's the extent of my French. What's up, Nox Moo? Have you been here this whole time? You've been quiet. Uh-oh, now we're making fun of French people up in here. Man, there's a lot of people chatting up in my chat that I haven't seen before. Mini-Not7, how you doing? Ghetto Gecko, how you doing?
Can't do that.
Only forward? What's up? Alright. I don't think I can do any more training. Oh, this is new. Baz welcomes you with a grin of cracked teeth. Welcome back, Fatebinder. We heard you've been doing some good work for the cause. The cause? High time that someone put the disfavored in their place. The chorus could always use grit like yours. Anything I could do for you? Let's see, can I train at all, or am I all trained for right now? I can't train anymore right now. Okay. Bitter Quip. Nothing. Alright, I think I'm done here. Closet Throat. Nope.
You are not welcome here.
Do I want to sell anything? Yep, I want to sell all these things. I got a bunch of shields for sale. Shields for sale. That's right, I got shields for sale. Shields for sale. That's right. For sale. Alright. Yo. Yo to you too, only forward. How you doing? Alright, I don't think there's anything else I can do in the Scarlet Chorus camp right now. It doesn't look like there's anybody new to talk to or anybody with new dialogue. So, off we go. Back to... See, I still have 4 days left. I'm good to go on time. Back to the disfavored camp. It's starting to look suspiciously like we might actually finish Act 1 at some point. You're staying for the cool voices? Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed with my voices. You know, I just do them because it's fun for me, and I kind of feel like I should. I mean, if I'm gonna be reading all the dialogue out loud, then I gotta do some kind of voices so that it makes the character sound different. I know I'm not good at it, but it's kind of fun to do. But whenever anybody brings it up, I get kind of embarrassed about it, because it's like, I realize how terrible my voices actually are. Hey, wait, this is different. Barrick is saying something new. Stop for a moment. I would speak before you make any more mistakes. Barrick rubs his helmet roughly over the bridge of his nose. Yeah, the Scarlet Chorus names are awesome. Something on your mind, big guy? Or is all that iron and bronze finally tired you out? Fatebinder, I can't claim to understand your motives or your reasoning. The Oathbreakers and the Scarlet Chorus are to blame for the problems of this siege, and you seem to think that sponsoring this chaos will somehow solve it? I would strongly urge you to turn your back on these friends of yours and throw your support behind the disfavored. Dude, that is not gonna happen, Barrick. That is so not gonna happen. I'm modest about the voices of my Nerat. Yeah, Nox. The only voice I can do well is moo. Brrr. That's not even that good, actually. That sounds nothing like a cow. I bet Nox Moo can do a really good moo. No, Barrick. Calm your shit. I'm gonna lie to him here. I really want to say don't presume to tell me what to do, but I'm gonna manipulate him here. Even though I have made firm decisions, I'm gonna tell him this because it's what he wants to hear. Don't worry, Barrick. I haven't made any firm decisions yet. He studies you for a moment and allows some of the tension to leave his shoulders. If you say so, that you trust in the Oathbreakers at all is cause for alarm. They are our enemies for a reason. Take care with your loyalties, Fatebinder. You may have earned Tunon's confidence, but mine is less certain. Yeah, I'm really worried about that, Barrick. Super worried. Uh-oh, here we go. I gotta blow my nose. Or I gotta sneeze, I mean. Hold on a second. One sec. Alright, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Alright. Let's actually talk to everybody super fast and see if anybody else wants to check in with any new commentary. The Blake Slate! What's going on, the Blank Slate? How you doing?
You look as if you have something on your mind. By all means.
Placing his weapon to his side, Barrick salutes you. The joints of his armor groan in protest. Wow, I'm down to loyalty 1 with Barrick. No, I've got 2. Never mind. But I used to have 3.
What can I do for you?
I don't think there's anything new going on here.
At your service, Fate. What do you need?
She still
What did you
likes
have
me.
in mind?
Nothing new going on here. Nothing new going on here. Okay. Cool. Just wanted to check in, make sure that none of them had any more stuff to say about all this. Got this handled, Fatebinder. Oh, I don't think you do.
Can't do that.
Televangelist voice is hilarious. For some reason, when I saw the Blood Chanters, I just thought, you know, those Blood Chanter guys should sound like televangelists. That's just, for some reason, that's just how I envisioned them, as Blood Chanters. So then when there's a Blood Chanter character in the game talking, I just have to do a voice kind of like that. It just feels appropriate for some reason. I don't know, I just get these ideas in my head. I see the character in the game, and I think, what kind of voice should that character have? And usually something just pops into my head, and I go with it. Sometimes, once I start doing the voice, I think, ah, shit, this isn't good. This voice sucks. I shouldn't... But then I've already started on it, so then I don't want to stop and do a different voice. So I just persist, even though I think it's lame. Gotta be committed. Gotta be committed to your foolishness. That's pretty much the story of my life. Alright. Anything new going on in the old camp here? Get you to get back on the battlefield. You know, it's not easy coming up with voices for so many different characters on the fly and trying to make some of them sound different from each other. Obviously, I can't make everyone sound different because then I'd have to come up with hundreds of unique voices, and that I can't do. Warms my heart to arm and armored our soldiers, and only the finest. He nods with pride. Need something else. Let's see, do I want to... No, I don't want anything from this man. I don't think these guys have anything new to say either. Renyos, Sevius. Alright, I think it's time to go into the tent.
Sorry, I can't.
I think it's just time to go into the tent. Committed to your foolishness, how very topical, especially with this game as tagline. What is its tagline? Is it sometimes evil wins, or is there some other tagline you're talking about? Okay, I think it's time to finally go back into the tent. Do you understand that I have been playing this game? Hold on. I have been playing this game for 22 hours and 17 minutes, okay? And I've only gotten this far in the game, and normal people get through this act of the game in like 6 hours or less. People can hurry and get through it much faster, but even people that are basically taking their time get through it in like 6 hours. And I'm at 22 hours right now, and I'm still not done with Act 1. That is what we call Josiah speed. I should trademark that, because it's basically a trademarkable thing. Josiah speed.
You don't give these Oathbreakers enough credit. Even beasts can begin to see the patterns in your simpleton strategies.
If there's any pattern to my strategies, it's one of relentless victory. The Tearsmen excel at deception, but falter at a fair fight. Probably explains why you surround yourself with them.
But who's been more deceitful than your second Cairn? And wasn't he the expert on siege warfare? What's your plan for dealing with the walls now? Standing pyramid?
That'd be funny to watch. All the fucking disfavored lining up and fucking getting into a pyramid and stacking up on top of each other to get over the wall. That'd be hilarious.
The Archon of Stone was punished for his actions. If you want to talk guilt by association, I would be happy to hold you accountable for the collective crimes of the Chorus.
I hate it when mommy and daddy fight.
And any disfavored warrior can take 10 of these hillfolk with a fruit knife. Properly armed, it's not even fair.
I think they're done with their little argument for now. So I assume if I take a step forward, we're going to launch directly into a cutscene. We'll see. There's an Earthshaker here and a Scarlet Fury. Let's see what happens. Yep, right into cutscene.
How can we trust your rabble not to turn at this last moment? How many of your conscripts have family bonds to the Vendrian Guard? It is decided. The disfavored will take the vanguard of the assault. It is the only way to assure success before the edict comes to pass.
Fucking rabble, he says. Shut your cock sheath. That was a thing that a guy in this game said to tell somebody to shut their mouth. God, that's good. Shut your cock sheath. Oh my god. This game has some legitimate fucking foul language in it and some insults that are amazing. So the disfavored are going to take the vanguard? I don't think so. Raven Ash's roar pulses your eardrums, his face reddening as he yells.
Oh, you're so young. We can forgive you for being stupid. Without your Archon of Stone to bring down those walls, you're out of your element. Only the Chorus has the numbers required to swarm the walls from all sides. We will lead the vanguard of this battle.
Well, I think it's going to be up to me to decide this.
The best the Chorus could accomplish would be leaving a ramp-shaped pile of corpses propped up against the walls for my warriors to use. Their fortifications are not a concern. Even understaffed, my Earthshakers could breach the masonry in short order.
And these two in their dick swinging contest, seriously.
Another brilliant idea. Cairn's cult is, we're sure, every bit as trustworthy and sane as the late Archon of Stone himself. You did notice the spire at the center of the citadel? Hard to miss it, being only the tallest thing on the horizon and such. Certainly your Earth mages won't do anything stupid like, say, breaking the spire's foundation? What could possibly go wrong?
That does seem like it could be a problem with the magical spire of ancient and unknown provenance. The voices of Nerat lazily twirls his scepter, always communicating in my head again.
We love saying that name Cairn just to watch him squirm. Graven Ash had so much hair back before he met us.
And now, of course, he has no hair. He just has the super crest-whitening strips beard.
I trust them more than I trust your circus of rapists, sellswords, and turncoat tearsmen.
They do sound kind of bad when he says it that way. Archon Ash turns his head, and upon seeing you in the tent, relaxes his posture.
Tunon's Fatebinder has arrived.
The war tent falls silent, and all eyes turn to you expectantly. Let's see, what do I want to say here? Why aren't you marching? Missions were successful, but the disfavored suck. Missions were successful, but the chorus sucks. Or done bickering. In wrath with Ash. Done bickering?
Us? Never. How else will we keep each other at the top of our crafts?
Fucking Joker, I mean voices of Nerat. The Archon of War lets out a long sigh as he rubs his forehead in irritation. Our operations in Echo Call Crossing and Tripnettle Wilderness were successful. Why aren't you two marching toward Ascension Hall?
Why is it my so-called allies are more willing to belittle than to assist? The Vendrian Guard have been the least of my headaches in this damned valley.
That's not what I've heard. I've heard your guys have been getting killed by Vendrian Guard and losing their helmets and shit. What do you have to say about that, tough guy?
Now that we are all assembled, I want reports. The Scarlet Chorus was going to resolve the Oathbreaker presence in the Outer Valley. What became of that?
Handled.
Yes, what did become of that? We should know already, yet we do not. If we are not mistaken, the Fatebinder played a pivotal role in this operation. Fifth Eye, shed light on this baffling question.
It is a case of mysterious disappearances. The Oathbreaker patrol disappeared. So too did Pelax Florian. So too did our scouts sent to follow the Fatebinder.
Really? Fatebinder, explain this at once. Were the Oathbreakers at Tripnettle destroyed? And how is it that Chorus knows so little about its own operation?
Because I handled shit. There were no Oathbreakers, or there were Oathbreakers, but they're gone now. I can lie. I can lie and blame the disfavored. I can lie and blame the chorus. I'll just be honest. There were Oathbreakers at Tripnettle, but they're gone now. Apologies I couldn't bring any live captives. I've no idea how the chorus can be so ignorant on the details.
Iron Marshal, I understand we've established a foothold across the Mittani. Report.
Securing the Mittani was a gruesome affair. An agent of the School of Tides still lives, and the river was turned against us. Despite our losses, the day ended in success at Echo Call Crossing, though victory came at great cost.
Uh-oh. Graven Ash not happy with me. Honestly, he can fuck himself, so whatevs.
When it came time to secure the nearby Echo Call village, there was a distressing discovery. The villagers had been stashing iron weaponry, no doubt stolen from our supply lines. Commander Antio wished to burn the village, but the chorus disagreed, and the Fatebinder backed their claim.
He didn't like that. Fatebinder is female Imperial officer voice, right? Oh, from SWTOR? Kind of like that, yeah. I mean, I'm not doing the voice. I can tell the way I'm doing the voice with my voice is not the way I hear it in my head. Mostly because I'm not a woman, so I can't make my voice actually sound like a woman's voice would sound. But I'm trying to go for the general tone and like sort of theme of the voice, even though I can't make the voice actually sound like it sounds in my head, which would be like a female version of what I'm trying to do. Because my character's a woman. So I can't make myself sound like a woman, obviously. But I do the best I can. Let's see. What are we doing here? Oh, Arrhenios is still talking. One detail my reports have failed to explain. The fate of the enemy captain. She seems to have escaped during the fighting at Echo Call Village. All reports indicate that the Fatebinder was the first in the village. She turns to you, head tilted to the side. Tell us, good Fatebinder, what became of the enemy leader? All eyes in the tent turn to you. Okay, I've got to lie or say I let her go. Oh, I could say I killed her. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna be honest. I let her go.
You did what?
Raven Ash be mad.
Enough! If these are my allies, why bother with the enemy? Even the low-born Oathbreakers have the honor and decency to...
The Archon of War... Here we go! He's slamming his shit into the ground again. Oh, it's been a while. Archon of War slams them all to the ground with bone-rattling thud.
Oh, finish your thought, old chap. They have the honor and decency to... To what? To abide by some sort of deal you made with them?
Oh, did he make a deal with them? The voices of Nerat spins his scepter in the palm of his hands, and you hear the voices in your head.
Can you not hear the treachery in his words? How can we be sure he hasn't been stalling this whole campaign? His legion boasts of victory after victory, and yet these half-wit Oathbreakers suddenly give the disfavored pause.
He's got a good point. He's got a good point. Scowling at the Archon of Secrets, Graven Ash says nothing, his body heaving with agitation. Whoa, calm your heaving body down, sir. Ain't nobody want to see that. Alright, let's see. A truce with the Oathbreakers. A truce with the Oathbreakers? Is this true?
It's immaterial is what it is. The edict is all that matters now, and we will march on Ascension Hall and avenge our fallen brethren.
If you two are unwilling to work together, as Fatebinder of Tunan, I will order you to do so.
With whom do you stand?
The voices under Rat's mask tilt sideways as he lurches forward, wagging his scepter at you, and I hear his voice in my head.
Now is not the time for compromise. One of us will have the honor of completing this glorious conquest. We know you will choose wisely.
The tent grows quiet as the gathering looks to you in anticipation. Oh no, what do I say? Graven Ash will lead the charge. Graven Ash will like that a whole lot. Or Voices of Nerat clearly has the superior command. We're gonna go Voices of Nerat here, because I like the voices better than I like Graven Ash.
The Voices of Nerat clearly has the superior command.
You stand with the madman and his rabble? I am shocked. I counted you amongst our allies, and your name was held in some regard amongst my troops.
So, Ash, look at him. I have Wrath 3 with Graven Ash. He fucking hates me. Sparks dance from around the Archon's iron regalia as Graven Ash fumes.
So be it. I will add another name to our record of hate. Out of respect for the Blue Flag truce, I won't have you slain where you stand. If you leave my camp and don't look back.
Wow, don't be a dick, dude. You can't have me slain where I stand. I fucking serve Tunon, and you can't fuck with Tunon. I call your bluff, sir. I wonder if you said just go to Ascension Hall, you could have avoided choosing. I don't think so. I think you have to choose no matter what.
A wise choice. The Scarlet Chorus will be honored to silence the last of the Vendrian Guard insult. Raven Ash, we hereby order you to stand down and remain here at camp until we have secured the Citadel.
He sounds so happy.
If the chorus leads the charge, they will fail. I will not sit idly by while the edict claims my legion. The disfavored will carve a path to the Citadel on our own, if that's what it takes.
Oh, so now he's disobeying. What a dick. The air crackles with electricity as Graven Ash lifts his maul to strike. Oh, they're gonna fight? Oh, damn. They're throwing down. These motherfuckers are gonna stand and bang. Okay. Expecting that. What happens now? Daspero, how you doing? What's going on, Daspero? Too bad you cannot see the shit-eating smile under the mask. I know, right? You can hear the shit-eating smile from ear to ear in his voice. Necro says, mission successful. Yup. Ah, Fifth Eye, this crazy motherfucker.
Fatebinder!
Your vision comes into focus, as does the feeling of a hand on your shoulder.
Are you with me, Fatebinder? You don't look hurt, but... say something?
That's a stupid joke. What happened?
Your guardian here came to your rescue.
The Crimson Spear taps Barrick on the shoulder with a hearty smile. Barrick turns to greet the gesture with a cold stare.
I wasn't trying to save you. I was trying to save her.
Points to Verse and sighs. Really trying to save Verse. That's surprising.
And what happened, you bleeding hard iron shit tower?
Verse crosses her arms and glares. Uh-oh, we got some glaring going on.
I picked her up and she stabbed me. Put a dent in my side that I won't forget. So I put her down and dragged you out here to recuperate.
Of course she stabbed you. It's very bizarre. I know, right, Nox? What is it with you two?
This is no time to narrate our life stories. If the edict comes crashing down on our heads, none of it will matter anyway.
On that note, better to leave now while we're well parted. You've made your allegiances clear. I hope you serve a good long term with the Scarlet Chorus, and that we never meet on the wrong side of the battlefield.
Wait, is he leaving? Is he leaving my party? Apparently he will if I salute and say thank you for your service. This isn't about choosing sides, it's about resolving the edict. Stay with me as my deputy at least that long, then I will release you from service.
Very well. I'll remain at your side at least until this edict is resolved. It beats sitting in a corner and waiting for Kairos' magic to kill us all.
Alright, so he's gonna stay with me.
Don't take it too personally. That's as tall a compliment as he's ever expressed.
Turns to Barrick wearing a mixed expression. She likes her mixed expressions.
As for you, you old sack of wine, this is war. Try to enjoy yourself.
Oh yeah, war is good times.
The Voices of the Rat has already departed for camp, and I'm headed there now. Come, join us. We would be honored to have you join us for the assault.
He lets out a wicked chuckle as he turns to depart.
I mean, not like there's anything left for you here.
Quest completed. Battle of Echo Call Crossing. Kairos' forces will soon be ready to launch their attack on the Citadel. The time has come to prepare for the defense of Vendrian's Well. Travel back to Vendrian's Well Citadel. So it's actually time to fucking go to Vendrian's Well, finally. Is Beric the only tank companion in the game? I think there's... the beast woman that you can get can be a tank as well. Beric's got a lot of really good tanking abilities, but I think you can spec Verse if you want to be pretty good tank as well, or, you know, a different kind of tank. I'm trying to, anyway. But Beric is, I think, the purest tank. Biography is not updated. Reputation. Look at my rep with Tunon. It's actually really good. Graven Ash, not a fan. I've almost got 4 Wrath with Graven Ash. Holy shit, Voices of Nerat loves me, though. I've got 4 favor with him. Vendrian Guard really loves me. Plus 4% hit precision. And I'm about to get Sun Spear. That sounds badass. Disfavored. Scarlet Chorus. I'm working up my way towards Merciless with Scarlet Chorus. Purist. Very right. Yes. Well, he's also the shittiest. He's literally the shittiest character in the game.
On it.
I don't have anything to sell, right? I don't think I'm allowed back in the camp now. Guard nods in your direction. The large wooden gate is barred tightly from the other side. Yeah, I'm not allowed back in their camp now. So much for getting the training and stuff from them. That's unfortunate. Alright. Goodbye, disfavored camp. I loved you. I didn't really love you, but you were okay. I always like the idea of a dodge tank archetype. That's what I'm doing with Verse. Because I've got Verse's dodge up really high. She's got 100. And I have a talent for her now that I just got that lets her use dodge instead of parry. So she no longer needs parry at all. She now uses dodge for dodging and dodge for parrying, which is pretty awesome. So like if you look at Beric, he's got 109 parry, but he's only got 54 dodge. Whereas effectively Verse has 100 in both, which is pretty rad. Plus, she has an amazing 53% deflection, which means every time she's hit, it's a 53% chance to make it a graze, and every time she's grazed, it's a 53% chance to make it a miss. So not only does she have this huge dodge and parry now, she also has all this deflection. So she's kind of an evasion tank, yeah. I think she'll actually work out pretty well once I get rid of Beric. I think she'll be able to... Plus, I can get her, you know, other abilities that will help as well as I get different talents for her and stuff. Alright, we're gonna go. I don't know if there's any reason to go back to the Scarlet Chorus camp. I think I can just go right to the Vendrian's Well Citadel now. Let's go to the Scarlet Chorus camp real quick anyway, just to make sure. Just to make sure there's nothing interesting going on here. One last time. I mean, I'm only playing on normal, so I really don't have to worry about it super a lot, like I would have to if I was playing on hard or Path of the Damned. The game should be kind of easy, playing it on normal.
The eve of battle is upon us. Ready yourself for the siege of Vendrian's Well. With the edict looming, there is no turning back.
Vendrian's Well is the name of the central plateau of the Tears, a mountain-ringed valley of rivers, floodplains, and scattered farmland once ruled by House Vendrian of the realm of Apex. At the heart of the valley is the mountain spire, and at the base of the massive stone structure is an old citadel built centuries ago and largely left unused until recent times.
The chorus is brave and fearless, but it lacks order. And if we lose discipline and tarry on our march, or falter in our siege, the edict would kill us before the Oathbreakers, or the disfavored have the chance.
Hey, SB! SBZang, how's it going? Good to see you. What's going on? Yeah, I'm still going strong. I am actually about a half an hour away from hitting the 24-hour mark.
An offer, Faithbinder. March with us? Add your strength to our tide of blades? The mob could learn from your example, and your prowess would certainly inspire.
So this says betray alliance. Does that mean betray the rebels? I think it does. If I agree to lead the Vanguard, I'm betraying the rebels that I've agreed to join, and I'm not going to do that. I have some other questions.
Is there anything else?
Farewell. No, so I don't want to do that. What else is going on here in the camp? You notice what's his name? This favorite guy that used to hang out here is gone. I wonder if the kid is getting killed. Focus on the tumbling dice, pointedly ignoring you. Quiet Shiv. Reg and Baz. Nothing new there. Closet throat. That's all the same as before. Let me guess. Siren's gonna lip off to me.
You are not welcome here.
That's a yes. Okay. I don't think I have anything I need to do with old, Sniggler Dagos. I already know all those sigils.
Sorry, I can't.
Okay, it's time to go. You don't see the kid, but that wandering pig looks fatter. Yeah. Right? You know how you do it? Would have passed out a long time ago? Well, there's a lot of planning that goes into it. I work my sleep schedule around and plan out my sleep schedule for several days in advance so that I can sleep for a long time and wake up just at the right time on the morning when I'm going to do the stream. And I have food all prepared that I can eat really quickly in short breaks, you know, throughout the time of the streaming. I have some energy drinks pre-bought at a time to drink every few hours. So I had everything prepared to do it. And at this point, I've done these super long streams multiple times now, so I've kind of gotten good at it. I've kind of got it down to a science, or down to an art, or down to an art and science, or maybe none of those things. Maybe I'm abusing the word science and art when I say that. It's actually cocaine. Yeah, Anonymous is right. I'm actually taking a 2-minute break every hour to snort some fucking coke. He caught me. Don't even sound tired. I don't really feel all that tired right now. I mean, I know that my body is technically tired, right? But I don't feel tired. I don't feel sleepy. I'm not yawning. I'm not nodding off. I don't like, oh, I want to go to bed. I don't feel that way at all, actually. So, Vendrian's Well Citadel, here we go. This ancient fortress rests within the center of Apex Valley, its ring-shaped wall mimicking the mountains that border the nation. The citadel has been repaired and, while understaffed, remains a formidable presence in the valley. Here we go. We're going to the final place of Act 1 after only 23 hours. After only 23 hours. When you were making your character, what skills did you level up? I put everything in lore and subterfuge, maxed those both out to 50, and then I put the rest of my points in dodge. That is what I put my points into. Oathbreakers. Speak to Ari about her plan to defend the Citadel. Consult with the leader of the Vendrian Guard to determine how to organize the defense effort of the Citadel. Let's see, where am I at? I am at 22 hours 47 minutes of game time, plus the time of all my little breaks and stuff. So, about 20-25 minutes away from the 24-hour streaming mark. Yeah, lore and subterfuge. Basically, so I built my character, I put all my points into quickness and wits, everything else was an 8, and then I put all the points into lore and subterfuge, and those were both 50, and then I put the remaining, like, 5 points or whatever I had into dodge. That is how I built my character. Yeah, but my athletics was only 16 to start. Because I figured I would just rely on Verst for athletics, or one of my other companions. So I've been training her with athletics every level, so her athletics is really high now. So I can use her for athletics. I can't use her for athletics in dialogue, but I decided I'm just going to not worry about athletics for dialogue for this playthrough at all. My next character, when I play it again, will be like really high athletics, and I'll do all the athletic stuff. But all the like climbing ropes and pushing boulders and all that kind of shit, I can use her for now. Alright. Well, here we are at Vendrian's Well Citadel, finally. Alright, let's come up here and see what there is to see. And here's a little camp. It appears someone attempted to smother this campfire with nearby dirt, but missed most of the fire pit in their haste to leave.
I'll be your shadow. Ah, got it.
Pick this lock. Some raw meat, a tier 4's bronze spear. Is that something anybody in my party would want to use? He doesn't. He actually might use this. Loses parrying, but I kind of like him using a spear. $30 athletics, 35 subterfuge. That sounds pretty good, Necro. That sounds good.
Can't do that.
What's up, Sun Soldier?
You didn't see nothing. Sorry, I can't.
The wheel axle on this wagon is broken, likely leading to its abandonment here. Grass and dirt have begun to overtake the portions of it closest to the ground. Abandoned old wagon. More camping supplies, a lesser healing potion, a waking death. Maximum number of camping supplies. Huh. Okay. I've never even used a camping supply so far in the game.
Sorry, I can't.
On the lookout.
Sorry, I can't.
Here's the outer walls of the Citadel.
I'll be your shadow.
Scarlet Chorus leather armor. Bronze javelin. Alright, nobody's gonna use the javelin. Scarlet Chorus leather armor. Ooh, that's nice. Plus 10% deflection. More slash. Less pierce, more fire, less frost. Let's crush. That kind of fits the motif of verse better than this other armor. 0.4 second recovery. 0.5 second recovery. I should wear this. You have to sneak to find secret stashes. So far, everything I have found without sneaking. I'm pretty sure I didn't need to be sneaking to find anything that I found. Honor Guard. Sun Soldier. Archer. Alright, there's the outside of the Citadel. Right there. Quick save. We'll pause. And that's going to do it for this episode. So if you're watching the stream, I am not done. I am not stopping. I am not quitting. I'm going to play for at least another hour, maybe longer. But I do need to take a super fast break. So if you're watching on YouTube, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Tyranny.